Welcome to the show, Robert Filters.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be here, guys.
It's great to have you on the show. Robert is the CEO of Insight Innovation Fund, and we will discuss how AI is reshaping surprise, venture investing, and capital. So, Robert, to just kick things off, what's your prediction for AI and venture investing for 2025?
My personal prediction is that the whole game's going to change. And the presentation I'm going to show everyone today will kind of probably really give some real clarity and vision around one, what I think and what we believe as a team is going to happen, and also how things are, we need to be thinking 3, 4, 5 years ahead of the curve at the moment because things are changing at such a fast pace, it's hard to keep up. So I've got a presentation to share with everybody today. If I can share my screen, it'd be great, and kind of go straight into it if that works for you.
Let's do it.
Perfect. Let me just try and. Okay. Can you see that screen?
Oh, I was on mute. I actually cannot.
Okay, 1 second. Apologies. This is why. Here we go.
Amazing.
Perfect. Okay. Well, welcome to the Insight Innovation Fund's 15-minute deep dive into AI, IP, and the future of venture capital. This is our honest and unfiltered take on where the market is headed and what it means for you, whether you're an investor, a founder, or building in the AI space. So, AI is reshaping capital markets, as we all know, and VC hasn't quite caught up. For me, you might have built something incredible, an AI product that could change industries, but most AI founders kind of fall into the same trap, which is raise money, burn it on customer acquisition, race to outscale competitors, and pray they don't get swallowed up by OpenAI, Google, or Amazon, or one of the big tech. And not swallowed up for the right reasons either, which isn't an acquisition. It's normally something different. So, and for us, the reality is capital alone won't protect you. And without AI infrastructure, patents, and real defensibility, you'll be outspent, outcompeted, and obsolete. It's a tall order, and the next AI giants won't just be apps, they'll be the ones who own the rails AI runs on. And that's my firm belief and the team's firm belief. And I think that's where the world and the direction of travel truly is at the moment. So, AI is reshaping capital markets, but it hasn't caught up like we've said. And, AI is not a software as a service, but VCs kind of fund it like it is software as a service still. But for us, everyone understands now that AI requires infrastructure, compute, and defensibility, not just recurring revenue to be successful. And VCs kind of bet on traction, but not moats. So AI founders kind of burn cash to survive pricing shifts rather than build real defensibility. And number three, big tech will always win unless you own the rails. So if you don't own the AI infrastructure, you're just renting from OpenAI, Google, or Amazon. And AI eventually, in our opinion, will become a commodity like electricity, so a foundational element that people will build on in the future. So it'll just be embedded in our daily lives, and it's becoming more commonplace, especially in the US, They're probably 5 years ahead of the curve of Europe and the UK. In my opinion, I'm in the UK, and the personal kind of perception of AI over here versus the US is not commonplace like it is over in the US. Obviously, business is integrating things in a rapid way. However, US is slightly ahead of the curve. And 2 weeks ago, we spoke to a an AR startup founder who built a brilliant automation tool. This is an example, by the way. So, we spoke to somebody and they were 100% dependent on OpenAI's API. And for us, they were one price change away from their entire business model being underwater, which, kind of brings us back to this approach for us where we invest in AI first startups focused on infrastructure, orchestration, and automation. And we have filed patents and we will work alongside founders to lock in competitive moats. For us, it's about building category defining AI companies, not just software tools. And the result of that is AI first companies that are protected from day one, not just trying to keep up and trying to keep their head above water. So, you know, our approach to market was fairly simple in that we asked the question of what if venture capital didn't just fund AI startups, but actually protected them, and kind of what if defensibility was built into the investment process from day one. So for us, Insight Innovation Fund isn't just a fund. We're kind of trying to become, or we are becoming, co-architects of the AI economy, which is a very different approach to the traditional VC. And this is where the game changes, in my opinion. So, we've already filed 9 provisional patents across core AI infrastructure layers. So we're not really focused on the LLM models and the big data. We're focused on how it works and the integration of said kind of layers. So orchestration and secure computing, massive, trust and compliance, cybersecurity and AI defense, and kind of the whole adaptive learning piece, which is massive at the moment, alongside another 6, kind of provisionals that we've put in place at the moment. And what's interesting around what we're doing is these aren't just patents on their own. They form a strategic AI ecosystem, giving portfolio companies built-in defensibility from day one. So, and they all interlock and they all work together. So each patent works in its own way, but they also work in synchronicity around the application of use. So it's a very interesting model, something we're very excited about. Taking a lot of work to get to this point, but this is the way the game is going to be played, in my opinion. And for us, the traditional VC model, we don't back startups we back don't start from scratch. They plug into our AI patent ecosystem, and we help founders build moats before they scale or as they're scaling. So it's done it's done sequentially as they're building their go-to-market strategy and how they're building their product out. We're building the moat alongside it, so they've got that protection mechanism as they're building their product out. And we're not here to invest in quick exits. We're here to invest and dominate the AI infrastructure. So this for us isn't just funding, it's a strategic play in redefining AI in itself in terms of how the VC world operates and works. Very disruptive. And I think as a case study, if you look at NVIDIA, they didn't just build AI tools, they built the infrastructure that AI runs on, and now they control the market. So this is where it's heading. There's going to be a bit of a bum fight in a way in the coming months and years to come. So we're kind of gearing up for the fight a little bit in a different way. So, and as everyone knows, the second your AI gets noticed, someone will try and copy it. So one of the first things we do with founders, bang, secure their competitive moat. But we take it further because startups we back don't just start from scratch. They get access to pre-existing AI the ecosystem that locks in defensibility from day one. So they've got time to breathe and go to market and build the product alongside what we're doing. So like I say, very different approach. And for us at Insight Innovation Fund, we aren't just funding AI, we're securing AI's future by being vertical and industry agnostic. So these patents that the provisionals that we've put in to start, we're only just getting started here, but, they cover a vast array of sectors. So we're targeting everything from finance and fintech, healthcare and life sciences, cybersecurity and AI defensibility, climate tech, manufacturing robotics, and each of these kind of sectors, we're ensuring we build defensible AI first companies that dominate their space. Very different, and the application of use for these provisionals that we've put in place, you know, cover a broad, as you can see here, in terms of the sectors we're covering. So very interesting from that perspective. And fast forward 5 years, AI is embedded in everything, and the biggest players aren't the ones who raise the most money. It's the ones who control the infrastructure from day one. So for us at Insight Innovation Fund, we're making sure our founders are those players. So my kind of message really is, if you're a founder, we're only backing a select few of AI first companies this year. If you want to build AI infrastructure and not just another app, you need to kind of talk to us today because, we're super keen to kind of get the right companies on board inside what we're doing and work with them. And, for investors, the next $1 trillion kind of AI companies won't just build applications, they'll own the AI infrastructure. And that's what we're investing in. So, if you really want to connect with us, obviously innovationfund.ai is our website. Send us your decks to pitch at Innovation Fund. And if you're interested in any investment material, again, invest at innovationfund.ai. We're here, we're very open. We've got a very, very, very capable team for the likes of cybersecurity. We've got Pierre Noel, who is ex-global head of Microsoft Security for Asia, as an example. We've got Wayne Kirk-Smith. He's based in Japan. He's our product guy. He's been fundamental to our patent applications. Very, very capable, very interesting in terms of how we can help. And the team's, we've got a rock star team, to be honest, in terms of the support mechanism here. If so, do reach out. That's kind of where we are. Open to questions, Julia. I don't know if I've got anything to ask, but feel free to fire away. So I'll try my best to answer.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Robert. Amazing presentation. And Matt, we're about to start off. If you want to join the conversation, and in case you have some questions, Matt, Gerard, if you're here, you can also join. Question from me, Robert. What are your patents? You kind of showed it slightly in one of the slides, but I've never seen this model before. So just curious what
Yeah,
inspired
sure.
you to create this model.
Yeah, so we we was looking at the future of where AI is heading and not just where it is right now. Everyone's focused on big data and the LLMs and the agents. We've kind of gone the next stage of evolution, I suppose, in terms of where it's going to go in terms of the infrastructure play. So we've been very selective and very adaptive, I suppose, almost in terms of our approach to this, and kind of gone, well, what does AI need to function in terms of automation, orchestration, and all the decision making abilities to take it from where it is currently in its box to kind of everywhere. And this is not like the roadmap we've built. So it's been very, very, very intricately thought out and applied in a way that as we build this core infrastructure over the next several months, it's in place. It's starting to be built at the moment in place. It's going to kind of change the game in terms of how that supports that ecosystem. I don't know if that answers your question, but hopefully.
Yep. And question from the audience, which verticals and use cases are most appealing for the kind of AI you're building?
Yeah, so in answer to that question, I wholeheartedly believe that the use cases and verticals that we can apply this technology to in terms of the provisionals and defensive moat is pretty much every sector, because everything that we're building here on the screen that you can see, oh, sorry, wrong screen. This screen here, sorry. Everything we're building on the screen here effectively applies to all in every sector that everyone's working in at the moment, I believe. It's got some application of use, whether it be individually or in Lego blocks, and that's how we're building it in Lego block formation. So, we can build and adapt as and when required.
And last question here. People are curious to know if you will share the deck after this
Sure.
webinar.
Yeah. So, more than happy to share what we're doing. We're trying to be collaborative in the right ways. We went live with the fund last week, so we are brand new to market in terms of our approach, keen to collaborate, keen to build relationships with the right people, and kind of, every day's a school day. So more than happy to share the information we've got. Obviously, the provisionals are, under lock and key in terms of NDA, and kind of we're only sharing certain information to protect the IP for now. But if people go down the process of kind of engaging with us, either be it from a startup point of view or an investor, we can disclose and obviously share the relevant information at the right time. That's no problem.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Robert.
No, perfect. Well,
And let's,
are we all out of time?
yeah, yep, you
Perfect.
guessed it.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate it, and have a good
Thank you.
day. Thank you. Bye bye.